brought to you by Irish Rugby Tours, the Rugby Tour specialists, AFIA Sports Training, committed to developing the sporting potential of future players in the US, UK, and across the world. And Dub Pies, Down Under Pies. Stop by, say hi, and eat pie.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rugby Wrap-Up. Rugby Wrap-Up on the road in Rugby Town, USA, our second favorite destination if we're not in our home at New York City. And when I'm at home in New York City, I'm most at home when Steve Lewis is sitting next to me in our Fantasy Sports Network studio. And it's even better when I'm on the road, and here he is, resplendent in his USA Rugby All-American kit. And Stephen, for the folks at home that have been living in a cave, you are the ultimate sevens personality for me in all of these United States.
For you.
For me, but a lot of other people. Because there's letters, there's emails, there's photos. But you just won the National Club Sevens Championship as a coach, and now you're here coaching the U.S. All-Americans. And this is not a college tournament. It's a $10,000 prize tournament. So you have very good sevens players here playing on different teams.
Yeah, so there's really two aspects of what makes this special for the Collegiate All-Americans program. Firstly, actually, we've got to thank the City of Glendale, because the Collegiate All-Americans program wouldn't exist without them. This is the only chance we get together and to compete. So that's kudos to Linda Cassidy, Mike Donovan, and the City of Glendale. From the players' perspective, it's great from a couple of points of view. Firstly, they get to play with their traditional opponents, so a Life guy and a Lindenwood guy, a St. Mary's guy, a Cal guy. They bang heads all season. They don't really know each other. They respect each other, and then all of a sudden they're together playing as a team. So that's a neat thing. And the second neat thing, as you said, is you're not playing college rugby anymore. You're up against big boys, you're up against men. Particularly some of these foreign teams coming in are legitimate sevens programs. Rambling Jesters are spectacular. Tiger, obviously, have some great names out there this weekend. So for the Collegiate All-Americans, just delighted to be here. Yeah. It's an honour, and it's a great challenge as well from a rugby perspective. The
challenge, and if I'm not mistaken, the challenge is that basically you and your coaching staff are basically volunteering. I mean, you guys aren't getting paid to be out here and be the team, right?
That's correct. Have
you lost all your marbles? So because now you've been hanging around me too much.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're all aware of USA Rugby's financial situation and budget. And the collegiate side, both 15s and 7s, is not particularly well resourced or well funded. So you just have to get on with it. As I say, it wouldn't happen without Glendale, and certainly Josh Macy, my assistant coach, and Ethan, our manager, and myself are not remunerated in any way, shape, or form, but for satisfaction.
It was a good week, really good players, 14 students from 11 different universities. College sevens is great.
And Josh, are you expecting a big salary bump coming up because of your success with the Collegiate All-Americans?
Yeah, I think so.
Because anything is better than the salary you have right now.
That's true.
Because there is no salary.
There is no salary, but it is a really good experience working with these students.
So whatever comes in like $1 is a big salary bump.
It would be a massive increase. Yeah.
My producer off camera is going to hand you some cash.
$5.
Unfortunately, we don't have change of a 20, so you're out of luck. Thanks, Josh.
You know, to really get this thing going in America, we got to fix those kinds of things. You know, we got to come up with somehow to resource you guys and get you guys paid and get you for your work, because you know you're here, right? But that aside, great stuff. And the team itself, playing against some big names. Tell me about some of the players on the team.
Yeah, well, it's as a coach, it's kind of a luxury, right? You spend about two months, go to a couple of tournaments, you watch a lot of film, you talk to a lot of other coaches, and you can pick your squad. So that's the exciting part of it, bringing them together. We got a lot of talent, particularly on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of firepower. You've seen already, they put up 30 points most games. Dion Mikesell, Lindenwood, and Marcus Tupuola from Notre Dame College on the wing, both pacey guys. Inside, to my mind, the best collegiate player right now, Nick Feeks. Lindenwood fly half, he's pulling the strings for us. A couple of new guys for me. Cam Troxler out of LSU was kind of a late, he popped up late, he's gone well. Kyle Rogers, a stalwart for Arizona for a while. I mean, I could go through all of them. But 14 players from 11 different colleges. And then we had to trim it down, obviously, to match day 12. So pretty happy with our selections. What's interesting is, in a lot of sevens, sometimes you're comfortable with 7, 8, 9 of your players, and 10, 11, 12, sometimes the bench. A coach is not so relaxed about bringing them on and using them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good 1 to 13 here, and so that's great late in the game. Young guys, fit guys, being able to unload that bench, and I think we've got, apart from Tiger perhaps, with all their talent, we've probably got one of the better benches in the game in this tournament.
So you mentioned some of the players. A kid that caught my eye, and you and I talked about him off camera, was Harley Wheeler.
Harley Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yep. Fantastic kid. He's really had a tremendous summer. So he was part of the Bulldog team that won the national championship. He then came out here, played for the Collegiate All-American 15s, scores 4 tries against Glendale, and now he's tearing it up for us in the 7s. I had to rest him a couple of games because he's had a bit too much rugby, in my opinion. We started.
He throws his body around like he's 6'5".
Yeah. He's actually. I mean, I picked him at the CRC, and I watched him from on high, and I thought this kid hits like a freight train.
Yeah.
I'm having him.
Yeah.
I meet him at the airport. I think I got the wrong kid.
Right.
He's like 2 inches smaller than me and 10 pounds lighter, but he punches above his weight. He's got a lot of mongrel in him.
Definitely does. And mongrel is a good thing in rugby.
Oh, there he is. Jeepers creepers. Harley Wheeler took a big knock to the face. Just one eye open right now. We hope he's going to be okay.
Steve, I just wanted to present you with
a check.
This
check.
It's the second best thing to a check. It's this thing that to designate being here in Rugby Town, USA at the 7s, and this will be fun taking on the airplane for you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're not going home. You don't go home empty-handed on Rugby Wrap Up on the road in Rugby Town 7s.
We'll get it home somehow. That's all I promise.
All right, excellent. On that note, Stephen, we are out of time, but I want to give you a final word on the All-Americans.
Yeah, just very proud of this group of guys. They've worked hard all week. They trained hard. We took them up to Red Rocks, flogged them on day 1. Attitude check, altitude check. They're good citizens. They went to Denver Children's Hospital Thursday night.
That's cool.
Visited 6 kids, and they're playing some pretty good rugby. So
Yeah.
I'm a happy coach.
Right next to me.
You've spent a whole bunch of time training for this from all over the United States, and a great outcome.
The coaches, Steve Lewis and Josh Macy, prepared us well all week, put us through our paces, and I thought we came out and had quite a good tournament today. You know, we played some excellent teams with international players all over the place.
Ladies and gentlemen, big hand for the number 3 finishers, Rugby Town 7, the College All-American.
All on board, hungry, keen to learn, well behaved, a credit to their schools, a credit to themselves.
All you can ask. And you, sir, are a credit to USA Rugby and all of rugby in the United States and to Rugby Wrap Up.
Thank you very much.
On that note, Matt McCarthy and the resplendent Stephen Lewis, Stephen Lewis, the Lizard, from Rugby Wrap Up in Rugby Town, USA at the Rugby Town 7s. Thank you, Glendale. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Mayor Mike. Thank you, Diana. We'll see you back in New York.
You didn't even watch all the games.